Hey guys, and welcome back. So let's go ahead and get this finished. In the first person view. No, hang on a sec. I promised I would show something with the animation. Let me see. Um, okay, so this is how it looks right now. He's gonna be able to go into emerge to the right and emerge to the left without the camera glitching up. We can always discuss the fluidity of the animation. That's another story. I can't really be bothered by it right now. The way I did this was actually to cheat, because I went back into Maya and I grabbed the animation. This is emerge right animation, and I just picked the hip here. And you may remember from one of the previous videos, we adjusted the hip backwards down to 15 centimeters backwards, so we would get closer to the wall. But I actually took this animation and I pulled it 5 centimeters back again. And that's all I did. So after saving this, I re-imported it into Unreal. One moment here. And called it emerging right 4, retargeted that to my skeleton, and I called it emerge right 4. I replaced it on the emerge right, and I duplicated it and called it emerge right 4, changed the rate scale to -1, and then I replaced it inside here, so it's now using this one. And that's all I did, and then it worked. Okay, so let's continue and get this first person stuff out of the way. We have handled directional movement, which is getting called, where is it here at the move forward here. So let's go into that and get that out of the way in this video. So first of all, we want to make a check here, because we can both use forward and we can use left and right to kind of control our movement. So before I do anything, I should maybe talk about what I try to accomplish here. So my idea is that if you look this direction and press forward, then you would move that way and emerge forward. So if I if I look in that direction and then press the right key, he should also move. And in the previous versions, when I pushed right, he would actually move to the right here. So that's something I'm gonna change. And if I look in this direction and I push left, he should not do anything. Okay, so that is actually what I will try to accomplish here. Yeah, okay. So first of all, we need a way. I think I actually extensively deleted that stuff. We would kind of use that now, but we're going to just make it again. This is the directional. This is our forward interaction point. And we need to compare that against the camera, the first person camera, to get the dot product and see which way we are facing. So we do that by making let's drag out the interaction point here. Yeah, and we get the right vector from this one. And we ditch the z-axis from this one, so make a vector and get rid of the z-axis. And then we want to turn this vector around because we are facing the back to the wall, so we need to compare it with the opposite direction. And we want to drag in the first person camera here and get the forward vector for this one. And get rid of the z-axis as well. And then we want to dot these two together. So if this is greater than 0, then we know we are facing right. Okay. So all this we want to collapse to a macro and call this as facing right. Okay. So, and the other thing we need here is a little function called, a little macro called moving left. So we could maybe, let me think. No, let's do this. It may, I can't really figure out if this is unnecessary or not. But let's do it the way I have done it previously. So and then maybe we can see if this can be simplified further. So we want to have a function saying if we are moving left. We have one saying is moving right, which should okay, this is wrong. This is gonna be, one moment. Alright. Okay, this should have said something like greater than 0. And we need a similar one. Just gonna say is moving left. Duplicate this and call is moving left. Open that one up and change that to say less than 0. Then we know we are moving left. Okay, so close those up and say okay. So the idea is that we're going to say if we are facing, if you're facing right but moving left, then we will get the right movement part. Move right component, and we have a local axis value. If you don't have it, just make a variable for this. It's just a float, so we're going to set that and we're going to use that to drive the handle right movement in first person view. And this one is, if you remember, the one I printed out with all this stuff here, which is gonna collect the movement and add that to the right movement in first person. So anyway, so what we want to do in this situation here is to take that value and use do I need this? No, I don't need. Okay, let's ditch this local variable. I don't think I really need this one. Just gonna delete this one. Okay, whatever. Because in this situation we're just gonna say, go in here and say we're just gonna use it as it is here. So if this is not true, then we are gonna make another check. And this one is actually going to be from this part up here. It's going to be connected up to this one. So we could just move this down here. Yeah, whatever. So this is facing right, so let's make the opposite check. are we facing left? So either we could duplicate this, or yeah, well, let's just duplicate this and say it's facing left, and open that one up and say we are facing left if we are not facing right. Okay. So let's drag that one out and say and to that. And the other one is moving right. Is moving right. Like that. So that's the opposite of this one. And in that situation, okay, we are also want to call this one. Okay. So that's basically saying if we push any of the side moving buttons, then we're going to use the right. So this could probably have been just, yeah, well, this could be simplified, definitely. I'm not going to do this, I'm just going to continue, otherwise I'm just going to waste time. So if we're not moving in any of the sideways directions, we want to check if we are moving forward. And then moving forward, did I fudged this one up also. This needs to say greater than 0. Okay, greater than 0. Okay, otherwise it doesn't really make sense. So we are moving forward. If we are moving forward, then we will set, we will call this one with the get move forward value. So let's see, we want to invert, well, let's actually not do anything about that yet. Because if we are not moving forward, then we are trying to move backwards, and then we don't want to move at all. I guess we need to call this anyway, but with a 0. So I think we need to do something like this. So drag this one down, and then say we don't want to move at all if we try to move backwards. Okay, so let's try and see how this plays. So go into first person, and now I'm looking to the left and pushing forward. I'm looking to the right and okay, it's moving the wrong direction. Okay, so I need, if is facing right into this one, because if, yeah, I need to invert the value if I'm facing the other way. I hope that made sense. So if I'm moving forward and I'm facing right, then I need to invert the direction. That's what I made this for. Okay, so let's try this again. So I'm looking to the left, pushing forward, looking to the right and pushing forward. So now he's moving in the right direction. So if I look here and push the left, nothing happens. But if I push the right button, he will move and it will emerge. And it also happens if I push forward now. Okay, something is not entirely working, but it's okay. So anyway, what we have now is actually pretty good. All we need to do now is to be able to aim, because right now we can't aim, and that's something for the next video, I think. So I think that's it for this video. So now we have something working both in first person and in third person. All this stuff here. Very, very beautiful, I think. So see you in the next video, and bye for now.